some measures, total student debt in the United States surpassed $1 trillion last spring and is now more than Americans owe on credit cards or auto loans. And here to tell us how we can get ahead on student debt is Dylan Bond, a registered investment advisor representative, a licensed insurance professional, and the owner of Bond Financial Services. Dylan, it's always a pleasure having you here.
It's great to be here.
The average student debt is $22,000 when kids get out of school.
Yeah, that's an incredible number, and from what everything I've read, it's expected to get higher as time goes on. So it is an issue that people need to be aware of.
Well, it's one of those things too. College tuition rates are escalating, but you don't see the same escalation in kind of our inflation or our salaries. So it's a tough dichotomy.
Yeah, it is. You know, when you first have children, and I know I have 3 of them. I've got a 4-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 12-year-old at this point. The last thing you're thinking about is funding college education. You're thinking about getting some sleep. You're thinking about changing diapers.
Exactly. Which are a cost in and of themselves.
Right. So unfortunately, unless the grandparents are proactive, college saving plans don't really start until the children are getting around, 5 to 8 years old, from what I see out there. And the sooner you start saving for college, obviously the more opportunities you're going to have, or the more potential money you will have to pay for college. There's many different ways to do it. You can use 529 plans. You can use traditional savings tools like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, managed accounts. I would say as long as they're not IRA accounts, because obviously an IRA, you can't take the money out until you're 59 and a half or older. So non-qualified money, after tax money, you can save for college. Also, cash value life insurance is a good way to save for college. That's basically the core of my college plan for my children, because if they end up not going to college or getting scholarships, all of that cash value inside that policy I can use later down the road in retirement. So it's a little bit of I think a little bit more flexible for me, and that's why I did it.
That's great, and yeah, it's that extra bonus. You can go out on vacation if your kids get a scholarship.
There you go, exactly.
And you need to think about it too, just like you're investing in your retirement, and that's primarily what you deal with. But so many people who are getting towards retirement age are about to have to pay that large tuition bill.
Well, I'll tell you. We work predominantly with people 50 and older at my office, helping them get ready for retire. But again, some of the legacy planning that we do, when we're working with people to plan their retirement and where their money's going to go when they do pass away, we oftentimes factor in different ways to help fund educations for grandkids and great-grandkids by sometimes building in some tax-free life insurance planning into the plan. And if it's the right situation, and there's extra money on the sidelines that they want to earmark for college for grandkids or great-grandkids, sometimes it makes sense to take a little bit of that and put it with an insurance company that will give a tax-free death benefit somewhere down the road that will leverage out the money that you put down and create a tax-free distribution to the beneficiary when the grandparent passes. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. It really depends on the specific person and what their situation and resources are.
Well, and because everyone's financial portfolio is like a thumbprint, as you always say, it's important that people meet with you, sit down with you, get to know you, and you get to know them, more importantly.
Absolutely. I don't believe that it is possible to tell somebody what a good investment is or what a good strategy is until you absolutely know everything about them, know what they have, know what their plans are, what their goals are, and really understand them as a person and before you can actually make a recommendation. So my goal is we do seminars. We try to do them every week or every other week, depending on what time of year it is, and it's a way that we can get in front of people in a non-threatening setting where we can just talk about the things that we see out there that people should be aware of, and if they decide that I make sense and what we talk about makes sense, then they can choose at that time to come in and meet with me and talk in a more one-on-one situation.
And that first one-on-one meeting is always just a pen and paper. But, going to that seminar is a great way to break the ice because, if people see you on here or they see you walking down the street, setting up a one-on-one one meeting seems like you're kind of committing to something.
Exactly. I consider all my clients as part of my family, and what I've learned over the last 17 years of being in this business is you'd rather take time to make sure the relationship is right before you make them a client, because you don't want to get somebody rushed into something and then have them not fully understand it. So I want to take the time to make sure everybody's coming on board fully understanding what we're doing and why we're doing it.
And you'd rather not have a client at all than have an unhappy client, too.
Absolutely.
So people can always call your office if they want more information on these seminars. Is that correct?
Absolutely. We have them, you know, throughout the local area. We do them at Tucker's in Southwick. We do them at Spoletos in East Longmeadow, La Cucina de Hamden House in Hamden, to name a few. And we have events coming up basically on a weekly basis. The best thing to do is call George at the office at 413-754-4747, and just get the details and availability to each event. They are by reservation only because there's limited space, but I'm more than happy to have as many people that would like to come and hear what we have to do.
Sounds good. Dylan, well, thanks for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
And I kind of want to come to those one of those services and have some lunch or dinner myself.
Absolutely.
So you can visit bondfinancialservices.net or give Dylan and his staff a call, 413-754-4747, and just let Dylan, George, and the whole staff there take the steps to secure your financial future.